everybody. It's Teresa Shaver here from the Business Advisory Centre Durham, and I'm here with Sue Sutcliffe from Dominate the Digital. We're going to have a casual conversation about how Sue has been able to pivot her business during COVID-19, or any tips that she has to share. So Sue, welcome to our chat.
Well, thanks for having me, Teresa. I'm super stoked to be having a conversation with you. You do such amazing things for Durham region, and really stood up for this COVID-19 thing. So glad we have you in our corner.
Thank
So
you.
my pivot, well, for those of you who know me, they probably know that I spent about a year and a half launching Dominate the Digital, or relaunching as an online conference. I was so excited about it. We landed 3 national sponsors in our first year, and amazing partners like BACD. I realized when the news of COVID and the lockdown happened that it just kind of crushed it, because in a market where I was kind of going to be leading, was all of a sudden filled with competitors from all over the world that weren't there before, and also people that had contracts to fulfill, and a lot of money to lose if they didn't succeed. So ethically, I didn't feel like, number one, I didn't feel like the opportunity that I was hoping on was going to be there, and number two, I feel like we have to work as a community, and it wasn't an ethical move. So I thought, maybe this is a restart. And I guess the big tip I have for people, things don't always go the way that you plan them. But oftentimes when that happens, usually there's a silver lining somewhere, and you just have to find it. So I dug deep into my purpose. Now, I'm personally, when I die and they're looking at my grave, I want that dash to say, Sue made a difference in the world. It's a better world than it was when she came in. And so that's my personal mission. And then I think from a business perspective, making the world better, one small business at a time. But so I knew kind of where I wanted to go, because, as an entrepreneur, that's our gift. We can choose where we go. So this is kind of a nice reset. And I thought, well, okay, but what do I do? I mean, I had a lot invested in that. And then I thought, well, since I've been isolated since 2014, and I'm not going to bore anybody with that story, I've gone through isolation and some of the side effects that happen to that. And I've gotten really good at the virtual thing. Having virtual meetings and video meetings, this has really filled my soul.
Right.
And really got me through. I mean, I left Durham region to come to Scarborough, and I really missed all my families there, other than my parents and my friends and all my business associates. So then I thought, well, wow, everybody is going to be going through this. I started calling my clients, and I thought, they're going to go through the same thing as I did, and I can help with that. So there was this software I had been playing with since the fall, and it wasn't quite market ready, but nobody was ready for COVID.
No,
And
that's very true. We're seeing.
yeah, like it took everybody by surprise, right? And so a dear friend of mine, Marlene Marco, runs an amazing networking group in Durham region, and she just gets out 60, 50, 60, 70 people every meeting, ladies, and it's just such a warm community. And I thought, so I phoned her, and she said, we're not canceling, and yes, let's look at this platform. And she was so brave, and I was really scared, because the platform wasn't really ready. But Marlene was great to work with. Her crew was great. And we launched our first meeting. Since that first meeting, my phone hasn't stopped.
Really?
I've been working doubles. I wake up to 5 or 7 or 10 leads a day, every day since that meeting. And to be honest with you, when people ask me for my advice, I say, talk to your clients, because your business may be dead, but your clients are still there, and they know you and love you, and find out what their problems are and solve them. And I've been trying to reach all my clients. I still haven't been able to get to all my clients because of this, but I'm trying, and I'm helping the ones that I'm connecting with. So it's called World Event Center. You can find out more about it at worldeventcenter.com. And really, that's one solution, but there's tons of video solutions. And I think every business, no matter what you're doing, needs to go online somehow, even if you're not going to conduct business. I mean, you need to connect with your people and you need to let them know what's going on. And,
Agree.
the days of acting like everything's fine, that's not going to help anybody. Today, in my mind, it's all about collaboration.
Yeah.
Find somebody that needs help and solve their problem. And if you can't do that, find somebody that can solve yours. Like,
Very, very true. Right. I mean, one of the issues that I have at BACD is I feel like I honestly don't know what impact we're having because I'm like, I mean, if I could just give you sales and money, then you'd be okay, but I can't give you those things. So I can only support you. Is that what you need? Is that what you know, that's how I feel sometimes.
I think you're doing awesome jobs. I've been watching you since you actually started working in Durham Region. I love what you're doing with BACD, and I love how you've reacted immediately to everything. I mean, immediately, like you were pushed. You went right from online event or regular events to online events. You
Pretty much.
adapted, and really, I think your services are more in need now than ever. And I think a lot of people don't necessarily know, but you offer consultation services still. Everything's up and going. It's just online now, right?
That's true. Nothing honestly has changed. The hardest piece for us was like just managing the chat and recording and the webinar and letting people in and having people chat and interact. But otherwise, everything is literally the same. In fact, we have even more people before now because the events are virtual. We have people coming from Greece, the Netherlands, the Caribbean. I had some people from Africa. They're all attending our events now, right? So it's amazing.
Yeah.
I myself went onto Eventbrite on the weekend and just pulled up like 50 events that I could attend around the world if I wanted to. And there were things like marketing during the COVID crisis, apps for the COVID crisis, tech, so just learning and sharing. And I mean, this is the most wonderful time to do that. And anyway, I think, like, why focus on the catastrophe, if we want to call it that, or the disruption? Why focus on the pandemic and what you cannot control when you can focus on what you can control and spend the time learning, spend the time with your friends and family. If you sadly happen to be by yourself, connect using technology with people, right? There's a lot of
Yes.
opportunity for us, right?
Yes.
And so
Yes.
you've
And
spent a
it's
number of years already pivoting your business, right? But now this solution that you've got now, the World Event Center, is really the new solution for COVID and bringing people together.
there's nothing like it out there. And because of my personal experiences with isolation, I know really firsthand how it affects you when you lose that social aspect. And I really feel like now more than ever, it needs to be, physical distancing, not social distancing. So one of the things I love the most about World Event Center is it's like no other platform out there. There's tons of amazing video technology out there, but um, when I when I used Remo, bugs and all, because it was really buggy at the beginning, I fell in love with it because I felt like what it does is that you can have up to 800 people enter a facility. But what the beautiful thing is, it's not just text chat like Zoom and WebEx, and it's not a speed application.
Yeah.
It's kind of built for me. I mean, you go in, you register, you look around the room, and you can actually see who's in the room, and you see somebody you want to talk to, so you double click on their table, and you're instantly chatting with up to 6 people at a table.
Yeah, I
So
really like the software. I've used it a few times now. I've used it, I think, with the Ajax Picking Board of Trade. I've used it with the Ajax Business Network. And I know that we're partnering on it too to do it. And I know you've also partnered with a number of different chambers of commerce, boards of trade, and networking organizations. I think, this is a wonderful opportunity for you and your business. So I really wish you well
thank you.
able to make it, to solve people's problems.
It feels so good, like I'm a big believer in living your purpose.
Yes.
And I believe that every business needs to have its own purpose. And I actually did a whole blog post on that. And I think when you're aligned with your purpose and your business is aligned with you, just you don't have to work. It's just so enjoyable. And I think this is a paradigm shift right now. And even if your business is working right now and you're functioning, I would encourage you to really look at your purpose and say, because this is a perfect time to pivot. whether you need to or not. I mean, what do you really want? Because if you figure you sleep a third of your life,
Yes.
and I mean, entrepreneurs typically work more than half of their wake time, but even still, half of your life is spent working. So as an entrepreneurs, our gift is that we can do what the heck we want. All we have to do is find, be aligned with our purpose, find a problem that we can solve, that and then it just feels so good. If and you get, and the money will flow. You solve people's problems, the money will flow.
So,
And I think organizations like yours can help build out business models with any idea. So,
yes,
you
we
know,
can.
yeah. So if you've got like an idea now, even if you don't know how to get to the end of it, call BACD, like call Teresa. She'll hook you up, and then explore it. Ask around, ask other people to mentor you. The best persons to mentor you, I think, is the clients you want to work with. So in the old business, I had you have lots of clients, but there's that sweet spot client, those ones that you just would love 100 more of. I'd be calling them first and saying, what do you need? How can I solve your problem? And, even if it's just to listen to them, I think that's hugely valuable. And I think, it's a great time to be a good human right now.
Very, very, very true. And I thank you for the shout out to BACD. That's not really what this is meant to be about. This is meant to be about you and how you've pivoted. But it's true. We've worked together for a long time. You've been in the region a long time. And
Long time.
I love that you're helping businesses dominate the digital. So to just turn this around and kind of close it is, how do people get in touch with you? I've got your website up at the top, but you can help them dominate in digital, correct?
I can, and I would love, I'll offer anybody that needs help. I'll offer you a 15-minute conversation just to see if I can impact your pivot. But Sue Sutcliffe anywhere, any search engine, probably you can find me, any popular social media space. And I look forward to chatting with you. I like meeting people, and thank you for the opportunity today.
It's a pleasure. I'm really happy to have you here. Everybody, SueSutcliffe.com is where you can get her. And if you need to get hold of me at BACD, if you go to our website, you'll find me and our email address and contact information. We're working virtually. All our phones are directing. So I'm taking phone calls. I'm working on Zoom. We're working on Skype, Facebook Messenger, like whatever it takes to be face-to-face with our customers. And if they don't want face-to-face, then we're at least ear-to-ear. So thank you so much, Sue. Love having you here today, and look forward to chatting with you again in the future.
Sounds great. Thank you.